Did I ever tell y'all about that time God had to break my heart to save my soul? Let's talk about it. A few months ago, I was rereading some old journal entries, and I came across the one in particular that honestly ruffled my feathers. Now, some background. Last year, I was in a relationship with a man that I honestly thought was going to be my husband. And by the time I had written this particular journal entry, we had been dating for about 2 years. Now, in those 2 years, there were a numerous amount of times where he expressed uncertainty and doubt about me, us, and our relationship. And I know all of my anxious attachment girlies can relate. The feeling of doubt usually leads to the fear of a breakup. And I was terrified. And not terrified because I'm afraid to be alone or I just didn't want to be single, but I was pushing 30, ready to settle down. And honestly, the dating pool got piss in it. So after he expressed doubt to me for the umpteenth time, I had to get Daddy God on the line. And I remember writing in this journal entry how sad I was because I just knew the breakup was going to happen. I didn't understand the purpose. I didn't understand the lesson. I didn't understand why this kept happening. This I'm referring to is getting in relationships with men who are honestly emotionally unavailable when it comes to me. Now, spoiler alert, the relationship did end. I cried my little tears, I boo-hooed, I moved on, I was outside, I did all the things, and I'm happier and healthier than I've ever been. It wasn't until a year later when I reread the journal entry that the answer that I had been looking for was right there the entire time. One thing I repeatedly said in that journal entry was, I don't see the lesson, I don't see the purpose. And boy, was I wrong. I was idolizing marriage and didn't even realize it. I thought as long as I was praying, paying my tithes, going to church, and reading my word, I was literally putting nothing above God. But in reality, I was putting the idea of and the desire to want to be married over everything else. And in doing so, engaging in romantic relationships that honestly weren't serving me. God had been basically showing me in all of my romantic relationships that as long as I put them above Him, they weren't going to work out, and I was going to continue to be unhappy. Children of God are honestly just children at the end of the day. And how many times do you have to tell your toddler to stop doing something before you just let them fall and hurt themselves? And that's exactly what God had to do with me. God truly did save my soul by breaking my heart. Not to say that my desires have changed, because I can't wait till my man y'all to death. I just do it differently now. So to all my Christian girlies out there who want to be married, check your heart posture, because it might not be that lady's son. It might be you.